microphone is way over there. Yes, Jules, if you need to sleep, go sleep. Ah, I am not better than sleep. Oh, well, it is Thursday, and here we are. I wish I had something more profound, but here we are. Today's goal, hopefully, is to finish 890 on this page. I have one column. I have one column left. Sume! La la la. My brain wandered off after Sume. It was just painful. Oh my goodness. But today's goal is getting 890 done, and I think I can. And if I get it done, then we'll work on another color. Well, poo-poo on them for being judgy. It's been a while since I've actually had a normal stream, a normal stream week where I've actually been able to be on my Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, I'm just tossing it out there. My life has been insane, and it's not going to get any more sane. I already misplaced my scissors. Oh, so did I already get disconnected? Damn. Anyway, so starting October 1st, my stream schedule is going to be hit and miss until the 18th. Because I'm doing a couple of weeks of overnights. So, not my favorite thing. Definitely not my favorite thing, but it is what it is. I gotta pay the bills somehow. Doop-a-doo. I turned my music too far down on my end. Gotta find the other remote. There it is. There we go. So I did a little bit of editing on my music. I love Squirrel Dad's music, but I definitely like just the instrumental beats better, the lo-fi or EDM or whatever it is he wants to categorize his music as. But I like just the instrumental stuff, so I took all the stuff with words out, even my own stuff. Now, I'm going to put my stuff, I'm going to make some more instrumental stuff for me, but, well, by me for my stream. But I've opted for just instrumental. Already got a knot. Not even whole stitch in, and I already have a knot. Just one knot, just one. Oh, Jules, I have been watching a couple of the channels that you sent me. I was like, oh yeah, I totally know this one. This piece of string is going to be the bane of my existence. Already, we have naughty string. Oh, so my artsy fartsy package is gonna arrive at some point today. So if I'm on air, I'll take a break when it gets here. And I'll do an on-air open. Everything else that I've gotten the past couple of days have been more functional things. I got weather stripping for my doors. Um, I got a utility bag. Nothing exciting, but this one that's supposed to be coming today is some stencils. It's some uh, clothing for the craft fair, which we'll see it together. I liked it on the page, but my October just before Halloween fair, I'm gonna try to dress up a little bit. And I don't know if my chat is working properly, so I forgive me if you are talking and I am not seeing it because yeah. Oh, that would explain a lot. I'm just waiting for my frame rate to go back up. Oh, there we. Mhm. I found a bad row. I found a bad player. Let's make sure I'm not the one who's being bet. I guess it was me. Okay. I went down a little bit too far. It's thread pulling time. Instead it's clobbering time. I guess I'm just gonna reverse engineer this. And hello, Kelpie. There we go. We are not going to get a page finished today. We got our page finished yesterday. We're not getting a page finished today. Most I can ask for is a color finish, which would make me more than pleased. Oops. I wish I had awesome things to share about like my adventures last night at work, but it was honestly very, very uneventful. I don't use the Q word when describing work because that just curses me. I had an entire floor, so I had 3 carts, and I have another 3 carts tonight, but oh. So, so Tuesday after stream, I got the footing underneath my house that I needed to get underneath my house that I've been meaning to get underneath my house since May. Finally got that accomplished. It isn't lifting anything just yet, but it is secure underneath the house. Husband Creature and I need to recuperate from that, because a 3-foot hole is deeper than you'd think. Yes, you're going like, hey, Raw, it's only 3 feet, or a meter, roughly a meter, for those of you who use metric on a regular basis. And I'm going to remind everybody, I got the materials for this project in May. So that's how long it took me to get it up underneath the house. Now, mind you, it's a very small, cramped area. I'm claustrophobic, and I was the one doing the fitting of the things. So we got it done. It is not load bearing currently. It just needs a couple of. It's currently sharing the load with its rotten post buddy, but we need to turn it a couple of times to alleviate the weight from the post. Yes, quality is a curse, and thank you, because I'm not. I work in healthcare. That word is forbidden in healthcare. That's the dot that I'm looking for. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have. So far, I'm lining up with all my extra bonus dots. I don't like counting this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 down. Yep. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yay! But yeah, while crawling underneath my house, I got a few more. Really want to play this game? I got a lot more shards of glass from target practice. I found out why there's so much glass around the outside of my house. Is at some point in time, people were doing target practice with BB guns, pellet guns, and that's why there's so many glass bottles, so many shattered glass bottles. And yeah, I pulled quite a few of those out from underneath my house while I was digging a hole. And I do feel very accomplished getting all of that stuff done, because structural support is very labor intensive, and I don't I'm capable of doing the labor and the work and whatnot, but it crashes my sugar. Like, it's very intense for me to actually have to do physical labor. I mean, the upside is I get to eat a lot. Oh yeah, the old web. I remember working in Furcadia and their patch editors pixel art on a 360. So you had to make 2D avatars in 3D by each rotation was a different thing. Back in the days of 1997. I used to be really good at programming and designing dreams in Furcadia. I won a few competitions. And I fall back onto there were signs. I gotta say, and you can fight me. Windows ME was the best. That frustrates me so much. Like, I I remember at high school. High school is really when I started paying attention more. I'm sure it was, but the kids with the special needs and whatnot, their bus came and went with everybody else. Um, and I mean, there were a couple who for their own reasons, not because the school said so, but for their own reasons, left early or arrived later. But they still got transportation. Yesterday, while I was awake, my blood sugar was in range. It was a little high when I woke up, but all of yesterday, I actually didn't take my nighttime long lasting insulin because my sugar would have bottomed out and then I would have upset the cycle. But I kept my sugar in range all day yesterday, which is damn near impossible. And So I don't mean to come off as callous in this situation. I'm not. I understand. I think that utilizing as much of the regular items as possible is a good way to grow. I did not get the supports I needed when I was younger, and I realized some of the things I say come from a place of, well, I did it, so why can't they? I recognize that, but I also recognize that due to a late diagnosis, I was forced. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, let me see if I can do the. Oh my fuck. Oh, yep, there we go. Ha 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 ha. I'm not even cool enough for this shit. But by not being diagnosed and kind of strong-armed into normal society, while I don't always agree with everything that I had to go through, it has made me a more dynamic person in looking back and trying to understand it. I like that she's going on the bus with her EA, and maybe with time she'll be able to not have the EA when natural supports start coming in. Oh, look at me sounding clinical when she actually starts making friends. I did not make friends. But I've also been okay with being on my own. Yeah, I it's okay. I got it. I banned them. But I don't want to come off as callous in saying that, because I understand the depth of what's going on. And I'm upset that the school systems are failing everybody. Oh, and I finally discovered that my college degree was not useless. So I have a Bachelor of Science in Mass Communication. Sounds big and fancy. And depending on how you look at it, it is. But it assisted me in being able to utilize words and methods in order to appropriately communicate my needs and how my brain processes and works with things. And I'll take it. It's not the best thing to get a college degree for, but I mean, it helps. I'm sure the bot is programmed to look for channels with less than XYZ amount of viewers and advertise, hey, you can get the stuff and things. Well, on a primal level, Kelpie, your brain works, because you are here to type that sentence. I love autocorrect right there. I like I like my viewers organic. That one. I I am the misfits market of viewers. The weirder you are, the more I like you. Are you saying everybody else isn't fresh picked? Oh, let's see. Let's see if I can actually get some better lighting on. Well, not necessarily better lighting, but move my camera up so I'm not as dark and shadowy. Everybody can only be an idiot like themselves. Which is part of what makes everybody here fantastic. Is they are all everybody has their own special little quirk, which I adore. Like, even if I don't appreciate it in the moment, everybody having their own quirks and personalities is kind of what makes this stream is I don't like spicy food, but I sure like my people spicy. If I can predict what you're gonna do, I don't want to hang out with you. You have a nun? Well, you might want to give her back to her parish. They get kind of cranky if they get stolen. Oh, oh, oh. So, on my way home from therapy yesterday, I was driving and my therapist does her work from her home office, which is just an absolutely gorgeous place. But I was driving down her driveway and I saw a red fox. It was just sitting there staring at me. And I immediately thought of Kelpie because it was just sitting there and staring at me. And then at the end of her driveway, a deer like just kind of casually it wasn't running. It was just kind of walking across the street. So I saw a deer and a fox yesterday. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, keep rolling, 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 rolling. Come on. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought of. And the next one was driving along in my automobile. So, just so we're clear where my brain is at. Azahad. I think I'm actually almost to a larger chunk of color. Maybe. Because I know down here on Friday, I just kind of stopped. Because down here, I couldn't reach from this column. So we're going to hit the bottom corner of the page. Mm-hmm. I will have to look when I am able to navigate. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Well, dragon is lurking somewhere, so mm. No, sometimes dragon is asleep. Or running around like a crazy woman. I got fixated on the color spot that I'm working on. Mhm. I'm so pleased that I managed to get a page finished. Managed to reach my goals. Managed to reach my goals. No. Okay, and I lined up perfectly. Yay! So a gap of 2, 4. Yay! It's all lining up. It sure does. I say that too. Or you don't have to be crazy. We'll train you. I sent a TikTok to Husband Creature last night. I can't afford name brand Tylenol, so I'm gonna use knockoff Walmart Tylenol. Oh, I took my meds late yesterday, so I didn't get to sleep until 4. Oh, Mhm. 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 I love that this is all lining up to where it's supposed to. Because I did some wild counting on these little green dots that you see. I did some wild counting and a lot of hoping that they were in the right spot. That's the top right here. I'm trying to wrangle a straggler. Just one random stitch that is hard to count where it needs to go. I'm about to hit the bottom of the page block color. Mm. Yeah, this is. I'm lurking in the very bottom corner now. Like, look, I'm trying to analyze. Like, yes, we will have the very corner stitch will be done after this block of color is done. Yay! Oh my fuck. Oh my holy fuck. I I I don't generally like be like, hey, look at me, I'm white, but I am so white, girl. I can't even. I'm right now going 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. I can't even. That's how bad it is. Yeah, so as I'm sitting here, my body is screaming at me for getting into a like I tell husband creature all the time. Hypermobility is an amazing thing to have because at 43, I can still bend in ways that would make uh I can still bend in ways that would make some 20-year-olds cringe. There is a downside to that. having spent yesterday with my knee up against my knee close to up against where my ear was, um, because it was a small hole. I can assuredly say that ow happens because I'm sitting here, and as long as I'm not using, as long as I'm not using any of my muscles for weight lifting usage, like holding myself up is like a default, so I don't notice that. But I'm not exerting myself. I'm not trying to pick myself up, which I'm about to do because I need to adjust. Yeah, I'll be 43 at the end of November. I plead the fifth. But I spent a good portion of Tuesday crunched up into a little ball so I could get into the space that I needed to get into to do the work that I needed to do. Well, my ancestors do come. Some of my ancestors do come from the Isle of Skye, which is I believe where the Shi reside. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just really hoping that at some point in time Ashton Kutcher jumps out in front of a camera while Trump's giving a speech and he goes, "You all been punked," and then like Trump breaks character and it's like, "Yeah, you guys totally fell for it." Something like that. Or an aneurysm. think the mail truck is outside, so I might be swapping screens over to go grab my pretties. But first, this corner. Oh, and and the multiple H's. That is what happens when I tremor. I've stopped trying to hide. I've stopped trying to hide the tremor when I don't need to. If it were professional email or whatnot, I would have maybe deleted it. But it's not that my thing sticks, as my hand freezes and I can't pick it up off the I can't pick it up off the letter. So. Mm-hmm. I'm working into an area where I messed up a little bit over on this side. Like, this is the area where I messed up. So I'm trying not to make my alignment with this because it's different than what it should be. I'm still trying to math it out here. It's a 3-line difference, so just gonna go with it, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm good enough. I have enough experience. I can improvise. But I cannot speak English, so. Skip one and skip one and. I was reading a cross stitch Facebook group, and someone's like, "I just went on a 45 stitch frogging spree. What's your biggest frogging spree?" And I couldn't answer because I didn't want to talk about it. I actually just threw out an entire project. That's how bad I messed up. I was like, it's not even worth pulling the stitches. Woo! I support you. I support you letting the weird out. Woo woo! I'm a bad person. Because I was talking about for Katie earlier. I was like, the first thought that came to mind when you said you let the weird out, Sume, I don't know if my ad barker is right or not, and I apologize. I support this. I support this. I personally just try not to watch other people eat. And I can't say that, like, taking a bite, like, not breaking up a Kit Kat bar and just taking a bite out of it, you know, that bothers me on a primal level. But at the same time, I've worked on myself and the understanding that of myself and my values that I'm allowed to be bothered by something that you do. If it's not hurting you and it's not hurting anybody else, I will keep my bitch mouth shut. Because I recognize that as my opinion, and it is not a statement of fact. There is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. And as I say this, my brain is going, oh, there's all kinds of things wrong. There's nothing wrong with taking an entire Kit Kat bar and biting it sideways. Inside Raw has lots of issues with that statement, but there's nothing inherently wrong with doing shit like that. Does it bother me? Absolutely. Kind of like cutting, like those videos where they cut the pie and the cake. Weird. It bothers me. But there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm not ever going to say anything about it. It's I tell people, just because I don't say anything doesn't mean I didn't see it. I just have learned to grow with myself enough to know that it's not my fucking business. And apparently gravity hates my bars today. I've actually been having problems with one of my bars. That's part of the reason I need to... No, that's the wrong way. Part of the reason I need to get my video area better so I can have the bars that I've been designing behind the scenes. Because what I'm using now is my first round, and it's great. They do their job, but they're not my... It's not my final form. I'll check my cameras here in a second to see if the mail truck has made an appearance. Okay, so I'm gonna step away so I can go get my package. So everybody who's listening, if you can, I'm gonna be showing off my new shit here in a second. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the package and then I will be right back to show off what I got. Okay, I got a package. Now, let's see if I can set up my look. See, I actually have a look at me kind of thing and no music. Okay. I have music still, but this particular scene doesn't have music. So, my connection is still good. I'm opening my package of stuff. Sometimes they're cool and they send me more than what I asked for. Can't complain too much. Okay, so I got a pile of new stencils. Some of them are for me. Okay, so I got this one. Has a German Shepherd silhouette. I have plans for that one. I got another one that is a paw and a hand. It is raw in big format. This is what I am. Okay, so I gotta open this one. It's a multi-pack of stencils. Oh my holy Hannah. You can see my works in progress behind me. That's the lizard. I have legs left to do for him, and then it'll be all done. Legs in assembly. Okay. Okay, so these are really, really pretty. We got this one. Don't know where to put them, so. This one. These are some holiday ones that I'm gonna be fancy dancy with. This one. And this one. Okay. And I got a German Shepherd stencil because reasons. Because I wanted one. That's why. Okay. These are clothes. I'll show off what it is after I show off everything else, because it looks really cool, and I'm kind of excited about it. But I forget what this was. This is wrapped in something, and I forget what it is. So we're gonna remember together. What is it? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna take one of the. This is for my stairs. This is for the risers. And let's see if I can actually. This is part of my. This is one of my house remodel things. So I'm experimenting because I'm not sure how I feel about them, but it's a picture that goes on the risers of your stairs, and I'll take pictures once I've actually gotten it like done. But yeah, these go on the back of the stairs, and in theory they're removable again, but I don't have much faith in that. It all smells like it really is like the picture that it showed me of it's a red, and I'm going to paint my stairs black, and I'm going to have motion sensitive LEDs going up either side and on the nose of them, so when my blind ass tries to go up the stairs at night, or when I try to go down the stairs at night, it switches on the LEDs so that I can actually see. Yeah, removable. I never bank on the removable aspect of it, so it's funny. Last night in my shift report, we were talking about like how stickers are hard to remove, and I went, "No, they're not." My coworker dead eyes me and goes, "Well, not everybody can be you, Raw." I'm like, "Okay." I am learning that I know. Oh my god, that hurts. I know that too much, and I'm not gonna put this on, but I am gonna show it off. Oh, it was a Ziploc bag that I destroyed, but it can go in the trash. Okay, so I wanted some fancy pretty dress to start wearing to craft fairs so people come over and engage with me. Now this seems more summery, but in a craft fair, sometimes it gets hot. So this is the top part, and I love the pattern. That's why I picked it out. Is the pattern? It is purple. It looked pink in the pictures, but it is purple. Um, and I would say for me it will go down to about just below my knee. And it has an over. Oh my goodness, it has an overcoat. Like you like put it over for layers, and that's actually pretty long. So I will eventually put it on and show it off. But that's what I got today, and I am more than pleased. It has to go through the wash first. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I have oh my goodness. I have 2 more of these, and the You Are My Sunshine is gonna go on one, and one of the moons is gonna go on one. So stay tuned for that. And I might actually order more because I kind of like these. They're not as fun as fabric though. I think I might have to put the moons on fabric. There we go. Oh. Okay, I'm going back to other format raw. There, small format raw. Much where I prefer it. We do not need to see all of me. But I love doing I love the unboxing when it's crafty stuff. I totally love showing off my new artsy craftsy fartsy things. When it's just like door insulation, I love you guys, but I'm not going to show it off. It is door stripping. So there. I got my kitty coasters all done. I'll show those off before I log. Because I haven't, they're not finished. I do have to finish filing them. And I just finished gluing them this morning. Because while I do use some amazing adhesive, sometimes it doesn't stick everywhere. And then I have to go around and glue it. Secondary gluing. It's funny, my meds are just now starting to kick in, so like my anxiety is easing up, and my Thursday streams are my stretch streams because they force me to adjust my comfort levels in a different direction. And even though I know that it's going to happen, it's still a bit of a stretch because every other day of the week I don't have to do that. I don't do that, and my body adjusts to it. But just having that one stretch where I'm just mathing out. One over there and then because the middle part of this comes up really, really short. And I am going to try to adjust. But I need to see where the rest of it is before I do that. Skip 1 and 1. Skip 1. I have 3 more lines of this. And yeah, there's going to be some creative editing in page. This area right here is going to be edited somehow. I don't know how yet, but it's going to happen. And it's all because there's a count error somewhere in here. And it's on me. But we got this. We'll figure it out. It's truly just a bunch of leaves and grapes. And in the long run, no one will notice. Except for me. Because even though Buffalo Woman is beautiful and absolutely gorgeous, I can still see where I made a mistake and how a smidge out of line she is. But the judges didn't notice it, so I guess that's it. Or skip 1 and 2. Skip 1 and 1. And now that my meds are kicking in, I'm excited to get a color finish and to start another color. Though I've been working on this 890 for a good long time, and I am done with it. So what's funny is in this corner here, just over a little bit more, we start to see Dionysus's hair. So he's he's gonna start making his appearance soon. And for anybody who was here Friday with Spaz crashing the party, um, that was amazing. I truly thought I had shown him call dance before, and maybe I had, and but it's not a cross that you forget easy. Like once you've been introduced to call dance, and I go, oh, I'm working on call dance. The traumatic experience of seeing his finished picture is burned into your cerebral cortex. Like, you do not forget call dance. Okay. We're gonna go 5 out. 3, 5 down. Skip 2. Oh, damn it. Okay, last row of this color on this page. Woohoo! And actually, it lines up with this page. So, like, there's a little bit of there's some issues that I'm gonna need to work through, but I can do it. I got that. Okay, there's that one. Skip 1 and 7. Seven. Skip 2 and 1. Skip 2 and 1. Skip 2. I get to pay bills after stream today. That's what I get to do after stream today is pay bills because I got paid. So I got to make all my money go to where it needs to go. Pay the bills. And then I'm going to the Freiburg Fair on Saturday. So I didn't put anything in the Freiburg Fair this year. But I'm still going. Because they have like they have a gluten-free food truck that sells all the fair food. And that's where all my money goes, honestly. Woohoo! 890 is finished on this page. Oh, it's really good. Like they have the deep fried Oreos, which I'm not good at deep fried things. I know the basics, but I'm not good at them, and I would much rather pay someone $10 to give me 3 cookies and then try to figure it out myself. Like Saturday, I will be throwing my diet out the window. Like I'm gonna bring a vial of insulin and a few needles, and I'm gonna go ham. Woo, there. 890 is done on this page. I'm super pumped about it. You guys should be too. I don't know why you should be, but you should be. I finished a color. Yeah! Now I gotta pick another color, which I'm not entirely sure which one I want to do. I don't know if I want to do a big color. I'll look and see what I have. That is the good bad part about finishing a color and not totally being prepared for it is. Why are we going cross-eyed? I mean, and they do fried dough and they have chicken tenders and yeah. My mother-in-law go there because she's also celiac, and yeah, it's good stuff. Oh. Yeah, I get that. I gotta take a drink. Okay. I'm gonna cross out 890 because 890 is all done. Okay, so I have two big colors left. One is $6.99 and one is $9.39. And fuck $9.39 right now. I've had quite enough of that. I know it's gonna follow me, but I don't have to pick it today. Well, take your nap. Thank you for spending some time with me. I miss your face. I love your face. I'm gonna be on for till noon-ish, I guess. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. Okay. I'm at least gonna pick my next color. Okay. Do I want to do $6.99? No, I really don't. I want to do that color even less right now. So that the two big colors are not happening today. I'm already working on black, but that's a good block. It's not too bad. Nah. It's not too bad either. A lot of the colors that I have that I'm looking at are grapes. They're shades of purple, which is it's a nice change from shades of blue. A little particulated for me today. Okay. Okay. We're gonna work on 792. I just gotta get it from. I have to get it from Divine Instinct. Okay. And the next few colors aren't going to be like major colors. I'll be more than pleased to get them done, but I'm not going to cry buckets of tears. They're going to help me. Actually, I'm picking colors that are going to help me fix this area here. So I see what I have to duplicate and see what I have to adjust and whatnot. Like, I can tear these 3 stitches out, no problem. And I probably will. But I gotta see what's going on here. Mhm. It is body double time. Okay. You guys might actually get to see me do some seam ripping today, which is not something I do very often with large pieces, but I don't think I have too much with how this page is presented. Trying to remember where my appropriate seam ripper is, and I don't know where it is. So, um, if you're new to cross stitching, please do not do what I'm about to do. This particular skill has taken years, and you can really damage your Ada cloth if you don't do this properly. Like, even after as long as I've been doing this, I do not do what I just did lightly. Generally, I pull the stitches best I can, but in situations like this where I'm not 100% sure where I stopped and or started the stitches, I do have to cut them. And the appropriate tool for this is a seam ripper. My seam ripper is underneath a pile of stuff, so that is why I am using scissors. And the best thing about Pattern Keeper is I can highlight the stitches that I'm taking out, and it will take them off the count and everything like that. And when I go back to put them back in, I will know what color, I will know everything that I need to know. So I made an executive decision that the stitch that I just removed and this little patch of yellow, I'm gonna move down appropriately. And then I can stretch the other colors to fill in the whoopsie doodle. Because a lot of it is simply background color. But the yellow is very prominent, so but yeah, I'm gonna try to stretch best I can. I'm not gonna be able to fix all of it, but I am gonna try to stretch down best I can. Mhm. The technical side of stitching. I mean, it is a 4-line difference, so I am trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to narrow it down. I will, honestly, at this point, like, since it's such a narrow space, I might pull as I go to even it out and get it on the right track. Like, for example, where I'm about to go next, um, I'm going to be working myself because I know this is the bottom, that this section is actually the bottom. So I'm going to start working my way up with the color that I'm currently working on. And I might just do repair work as I go for the last hour that I'm here. Get the establishing shot and move on from there. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Gap of 2, up to 3. Space of 2. 1, 2, 3. So 6. You're fine. So I already know that this one's going to be coming out. And I do know that this area is going to be coming out. We might even figure out exactly where I messed up. Sometimes there are benefits to know to stitching in a reasonable order. It's funny, I just took out 3 stitches at 890. The color I just got. I can get this color debacle worked out. It'll all be good. I'll be good in the hood. Honestly, might have been good enough to put 3/8 to get most of that in. That was so good at removing that. I'm so This is gonna be one of the ones where I go from the bottom up. And I know I'm not going to be able to get all of it all over again, but Honestly, I'm just trying to figure out, like, because this is all, this is all set correct. And I think, like, yeah, I'm slowly narrowing down the block of area that is foobarred. I think it came from some dots that I did super early in the process. Because yeah, it's in this small square. I'm getting it narrowed down, so I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where the whoopsie doodle is. But and I do think it I do think it goes higher than first expected, but I figure I can get the grapes in the right spot. I can work around the greens, but the grapes actually have a defined shape and they look kind of funny when you don't get them right. So I don't know why I'm using this dainty little needle here. I have the tool for this job and I keep forgetting about it. It's very good at it. Oh, that is. This is one of the good things about making your own, kitting up your own project. Is if you make whoopsies, you don't have to worry about not having enough string because you can go buy more string. Some of the kits, they have their own color system, and it makes it a pain in the butt to have to get the color that you need. I knew I was coming to a end. This is the only bad thing about loop start, is it if you have to pull out any string, it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just tackle the grapes to start out with and see if I can work around all the other whoopsie doodles. If not, I'll pull more string and just put it back in again. Rebuild as I go. I don't do this very often, but I have been known to. or a whole bunch of stitches. And now it's time to redo. Well, it was only like 2 grapes. Gonna redo. In the right spots. Okay, my wonderful people. I'm calling it a day here for you guys. I'm just putting some grapes back in and doing some fixing work. Thank you for the gift of your time. Remember to drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I'll be here tomorrow working on this from 10 to 12 tomorrow.